And crime is on the rise as drugs take over the streets. And tensions between the community and police are at an all-time high. Time bomb that in 1985 literally goes off. In West Philadelphia, a black anti-government group called MOVE has been residing in a densely populated residential neighborhood. The group has a long history of conflict with authorities and has been cited for a range of offenses including terroristic threats, rioting, and disorderly conduct. On top of that, they've assembled a dangerous cache of weapons. In May 1985, Mayor Wilson Goode orders police to raid the building and evict the group.
They had no dangerous
A violent
weapons.
confrontation ensues. And the decision is made to end it by dropping a bomb on the location.
They wouldn't leave, and there was a clash, and the city resorted to bombing.
The neighborhood was just devastated by this, and it looked like a war zone.
The resulting fire burns out of control, killing 11 people and destroying 61 homes.
The city has been staying with that, and the stain has never been taken away.
By the end of the decade, the situation hasn't gotten much better. In fact, in some parts of the city, it's gotten worse.
My name is James Dambach. I'm a retired lieutenant from the City of Philadelphia Police Department. I made detective in 1985, and then I was transferred to a specialized investigative unit in special investigations for the police commissioner. We were actually located on the second floor of the 39th District.
The 39th District in North Philadelphia is one of the poorest sections of the city.
You could see that the dilapidation, the abandoned buildings, abandoned lots, trash-strewn lots. It was a very high call area. They received a lot of calls for shootings, stabbings. You realize as a police officer that at any moment you might run into something there. It was difficult being a police officer through the 80s and 90s with the increase of crime, especially the drug trade, because that became very violent and you had to be careful.
With the drug problem out of control, the city needs help. So a special team of officers is assembled. They're called the 5 Squad.
5 Squad took you away from doing normal patrol, and you actually worked for the captain of the district. It was a coveted position, so you wear plain clothes. You work certain hours. You're not on a daily grind of getting police calls for everything from homicide to petty theft.
They are the more aggressive police officers. They're the ones that, aren't necessarily satisfied with riding around in a patrol car, assisting motorists. These are the guys that want to get down and dirty, make arrests.
His name was John D. Baird. Everyone knew him as Jack Baird. He had that kind of personality where he could just overtake everything. And he became the ad hoc supervisor for that unit. I went to the academy with Jack Baird in 1977. He had really striking blonde hair that stood out. I mean, you could see him in a crowd with the blonde hair. And he was tall, he was about 6 foot, 6'1". To be with Jack Baird was a unique situation. He could talk your ear off. He was very smart, very street smart. He was probably one of the best narcotics guys in that area. He could spot a narcotics transaction or a house that's dealing narcotics. He had that knack in ferreting out those things.
Jack Baird's an interesting person. He was seen as overly aggressive, and I think most people in the community did not want to run into him.
On the force, Baird is admired by both his peers and his supervisors.
One thing we should say about Jack Baird is he had a stellar reputation when it came to his evaluations by his supervisors. I think there's a lot of pressure on officers to get higher arrest rates. The police superiors wanted him to produce, and he produced.
In addition to Baird and DeGiovanni, other key members of the Five Squad